Sweet Home Girls flag football head coach Chris Monaco, who's going to kind of help spread the word here because the girls flag football kickoff event is happening this weekend inside the Bills Training Center, literally about 50 feet from us. 3-day tournament, more than 60 teams from Buffalo and from Rochester, so it's going to be pretty big. I mean, they're going to be rolling games through here like all day long. But I think a lot of our listening audience and viewing audience doesn't really have a full grasp, I think, of everything that flag football has become in the last couple of years. So maybe if you could just kind of give an overview, Chris, as to why this sport has exploded at the scholastic level.
Sure. Well, I'll start with if you know anything about how schools work and the funding. Nothing happens very quickly. It takes planning, it takes budgeting and all that.
Yeah.
And it was wild. The first year that flag really hit, we started in September. I had no idea we were going to have a flag team or a flag league or anybody's going to be playing flag in the spring. And then the Bills kind of stepped up, and there was some Nike money there as well. And it just exploded. Like, we went from, I don't know, we're going to have flag in the spring, and all of a sudden by the spring season we have a full-blown varsity league with a whole bunch of teams locally involved. So you got to give credit to the Bills and the support that they've shown to really help to get it kick-started. And it's great timing, right? I mean, the girls are growing up watching the Bills. They're very good right now. They're fans, and they've been watching their fathers and brothers and all these men playing football. And now the door was open for them to start playing. So it really just exploded. When you give the girls a chance to play, every school that is added on, they've just talked about how crazy the numbers are and what the interest is. So it's perfect timing, really, with the Bills being in such a good spot right now. These girls are growing up loving the game, and now they get a chance to play the game. So it continues to expand. I mean, we're adding more and more teams every year. I know there's over 200 in the state right now. I'm sure we'll get into it, but colleges are picking it up as well. So the opportunities that the girls are going to have now, it's awesome. It's not like a shiny new toy anymore. It's like it's a real deal, and schools
legit,
are building programs. Colleges, like I said, are picking it up. There's going to be scholarships for the girls. It's an Olympic sport now as well, so it's just really, like you said, exploded.
Yeah.
So this started in Western New York in 2022, like you said, 4th season. So 2022, there were just 20 teams. Now there are 74 teams. That's crazy growth, 270%. How has the buy-in from the Bills and the NFL helped grow this sport at the local level?
Well, I mean, we touched on it, right? I mean, not only with some money, right? The dollars to help get it started was huge, right? Because school districts can't really say no if they're like, hey, here's a whole bunch of money, to help start your program. We're like, okay, we're on board. So that was number one, but it didn't stop there. As we continue to go through and grow the program through the years, I got to give a shout out to Preston Teague over here. He's backing it big time, always offering opportunities for the girls. I mean, we've had plenty of days at the field house, the scrimmage days coming up. They do clinics. We've had a chance to play on the actual field at Highmark. And the opportunities that keep coming from the Bills have not stopped over the years. So it wasn't like a one-time, here's a little money. They've really continued to offer the girls opportunities and support them.
And then if one of our listeners or viewers has a young girl that has expressed interest in this and they haven't latched on to a team or a squad, maybe they might be at one of the few schools here in Western New York that doesn't have a team. What would you recommend to people with young girls that want to get into the sport? Like, what's the best gateway?
I mean, that's a great question. I know at Sweet Home in-house in summer, we offer it to girls down as early as 3rd grade. So we did an in-house, league over the summer just with our girls, and we had over 40 girls involved in that. And now we have a ton of them playing for our modified team this year. That's something that was added this year in the middle school. So there's 10 teams in the section that have the modified level. So we're already seeing that carryover from building that program in the off season with kids in our district. Now they're playing at that brand new level. Beyond the school-based stuff, you are starting to see different clubs that are starting to kind of go, like if you're familiar with, basketball, they do AAU, they do travel, things like that. It's starting to trickle over into the flag side. There are some clubs that are looking to get girls from all different school districts, getting them together at different age groups and doing some of these tournaments. There's girls that are doing position-specific training. There's some some outlets out there that do that. They have girls only flag, clinics and training together. So
Awesome.
that stuff's going to continue to grow, I'm sure, as the sport grows. But every year you see more and more of it.
You spoke about the kickoff event this weekend, 3 days, 60 teams from Buffalo and Rochester. What is the purpose of an event like that?
Well, number one, the kids, they love coming to the stadium or the field house. So,
Yeah, competition, right?
Yeah, well, just, being in an NFL facility,
Yeah.
especially the teams that are new, you see them all taking the pictures and, they love being around anything that's the Bills. But the purpose really is, this is before our season starts, right? Most of us don't start our real games till the following week. So it's a good chance just to get reps and, get all our kids on the field. It's rapid fire. There's 3 or 4 games that every team's going to play. So you're getting every one of your kids a chance to go out there and play their position and get those reps and coaches to evaluate. And they try to pair up Buffalo against Rochester, so you get to play some schools that you don't usually get to play as well.
Yeah, it's like your preseason.
Yeah,
Your preseason
it
game.
is. It really is. Yeah, it really is.
And the Bills are happy to host those. So,
Absolutely.
Chris, thanks for shedding some light on the explosion of this sport, number one, and the kickoff event that's going to be right here this weekend. Appreciate you stopping in and giving us some of your time.
Absolutely.
That's
Thanks for having me.
girls flag football head coach at Sweet Home, Chris Monaco, joining us. And the girls flag football kickoff event happens this weekend here in the Bills Training Center. 3-day tournament, 60 teams from Buffalo and Rochester.